Shh. The sun is talking. For too long the world has been shrouded in noise, distractions, false narratives, and systems designed to disconnect you from your true self.
But beyond the noise, beneath the surface of what you've been told, there is a voice that has never stopped speaking. It is the voice of the sun, the source of life, energy, and wisdom. It has always been there, whispering truths to those who are ready to listen, guiding those who are ready to awaken. This book is for those who are ready to hear it. Shh. The sun is talking.
What you hold in your hands is not just a book, it is a key to knowledge that has been hidden, distorted, and suppressed for centuries.
This is a message to the original people of this planet, those whose roots run deep, whose bloodline stretches back to the dawn of humanity. This is your invitation to remember who you are. For generations, the knowledge of self has been buried under layers of colonization, false history, and manipulation. The power you were born with, the divine connection you share with the cosmos, has been obscured. You have been told stories that were never yours, forced into systems that were never meant to serve you, and disconnected from the source of your power. But that time is over. This book was never lost. It was waiting for the moment when the world would need it most, and that moment is now.
This book is a guide, a map, a sacred tool to help you reclaim what is yours, your heritage, your knowledge, and your power. Through these pages, you will learn to reconnect with the cosmic forces that have always guided you. You will uncover the spiritual truths that were hidden from you, and you will remember the wisdom of your ancestors who walked this earth in harmony with the universe. The systems that sought to control you, to manipulate your mind, to steal your history, they are crumbling, and as they fall, you rise.
This is more than a book. It is a call to action, a call to remember, a call to awaken. As you read these pages, understand that the knowledge you seek is not outside of you. It has always been within. The sun is talking, but it's been waiting for you to hear it. Now is the time. Prepare yourself. Open your mind, open your heart, and open your spirit. What you are about to uncover is not new, but it is powerful. It is the ancient eternal truth that has always been yours to claim. The sun is speaking, and it is telling you that the future belongs to you. Shh. Listen. The sun is talking.
Chapter 1. The Illusion of European Dominance. For centuries, we have been taught that European powers, through colonization, imperialism, and economic dominance, are the rightful rulers of the world. From the empires of Rome to the colonial domination of Africa, Asia, and the Americas, Europe has long presented itself as the driving force behind civilization. But as we dig deeper into history, it becomes clear that this narrative is carefully constructed to maintain control, and the power they project is not as absolute as it appears.
Understanding European dominance, a historical overview. European dominance as we know it began to take shape during the Age of Exploration, when European countries like Spain, Portugal, France, and Britain set out to conquer and control lands across the world. They enslaved indigenous peoples, exploited natural resources, and imposed their systems of government, religion, and economics. This period of colonization was not just about accumulating wealth, it was about establishing a global presence and enforcing their way of life as the correct one. The illusion of European superiority was built on the oppression of others. By creating systems of education, media, and governance, they painted themselves as the rightful rulers of the world. However, this was not based on merit, intelligence, or divine right. Their so-called dominance was maintained through manipulation, violence, and the erasure of history that didn't align with their agenda. The true nature of European power. Despite appearances, European rulers have always been intermediaries. They represent a surface-level power structure that hides the deeper, more complex system in place. European elites, monarchs, and governments often take orders from higher entities, ones that operate behind the scenes. These hidden forces dictate global events, decisions, and the flow of energy and resources. But who are these hidden forces? To truly understand the power dynamics of the world, we must look beyond Europe and recognize the influence of non-solar beings. These entities, disconnected from the sun and earth, have influenced humanity for millennia, using European elites as puppets to control global affairs.
Breaking down the facade. The European power structure is a carefully crafted illusion. By controlling education systems, media, and history books, they've perpetuated the idea that they have always been in charge. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Indigenous people, particularly black Aboriginal families, have been the true stewards of the earth since ancient times. These Aboriginal families, connected to the sun and earth, hold the wisdom and energy that sustain life. In contrast, European elites, influenced by non-solar beings, lack this connection and rely on manipulation to maintain their authority. The power they present is temporary, and the illusion will eventually crumble, revealing the truth. They were never the true rulers of the world.
Conclusion: reclaiming the truth. As we begin to peel back the layers of history and challenge the narratives presented to us, it becomes clear that European dominance is not as unshakable as it seems. Their power is borrowed and controlled by unseen forces, while the true rulers, the black Aboriginal families, have remained connected to the earth and the cosmos. By understanding this, we can begin to reclaim our heritage, our power, and our place as the rightful leaders of this world.
Chapter 2. Non-solar beings and their origins. While mainstream history often focuses on the physical and social dominance of European powers, there's a deeper, more complex truth that science and spiritual teachings reveal. Some beings currently influencing the world are not organic to this planet or solar system. These beings, often referred to as non-solar beings, lack the inherent connection to the Earth, the Sun, and the universe that Aboriginal and Indigenous people possess. Understanding their origins is key to recognizing why the global power structure functions the way it does today.
Who are non-solar beings? Non-solar beings are entities that are not naturally connected to our solar system. While human history tends to focus on physical earthbound origins, certain groups have origins that lie beyond the Earth, possibly even outside our galaxy. Unlike solar beings, such as the original inhabitants of Earth who are closely tied to the sun's energy, these non-solar entities have a distinct detachment from the natural world. Throughout history, these beings have infiltrated various systems of power, often positioning themselves at the top of hierarchies, including governments, religions, and global finance. However, their disconnectedness from the Earth and its natural cycles means they must rely on manipulation, technology, and control mechanisms to maintain their influence. They cannot sustain power through natural harmony with the planet, as Aboriginal people do. Scientific evidence: non-organic origins. Science offers clues to the existence of non-solar beings through the study of genetics, DNA anomalies, and unexplained evolutionary patterns. One of the most significant areas of study in this regard is mitochondrial DNA, which traces maternal ancestry. The oldest known mitochondrial DNA, known as mitochondrial Eve, is found in so-called black people, specifically those with Aboriginal roots. This shows that the earliest humans were deeply connected to the Earth, its energy, and its natural cycles. Conversely, genetic research has uncovered anomalies in the DNA of some populations that suggest non-organic origins. These anomalies have sparked questions about how certain groups develop traits that are not aligned with the natural evolution of life on Earth. Some scientists have even hypothesized that certain groups may have interbred with extraterrestrial or non-terrestrial beings, further disconnecting them from Earth's organic energy.
Non-solar beings and their lack of connection to the sun. Solar beings, particularly black Aboriginal people, have a natural connection to the sun, which sustains life on Earth. This connection is not just physical, but spiritual. The sun provides energy, light, and sustenance to all life forms, and those who are organically tied to the Earth are able to absorb and harness this energy in ways that promote health, leadership, and spiritual growth. In contrast, non-solar beings lack this connection. They are more vulnerable to the sun's energy, often needing to shield themselves from its power. This disconnect manifests in various ways, including physical traits, like the inability to process sunlight efficiently, which can result in health problems such as vitamin D deficiency or sun sensitivity. On a deeper spiritual level, non-solar beings lack the innate wisdom and cosmic alignment that solar beings possess. This disconnect from the sun and Earth's natural energies forces them to rely on artificial means of control, technology, politics, and manipulation of systems, rather than genuine leadership based on harmony with nature.
Non-solar beings and their role in the power structure. Non-solar beings have infiltrated many of the world's power structures, often operating behind the scenes while European elites serve as the face of global leadership. These entities give orders and influence decisions at the highest levels of government, finance, and media, but their methods are built on fear, control, and division rather than the natural flow of energy. Unlike Aboriginal people, who are naturally aligned with the Earth's energy and rhythms, non-solar beings have to exploit natural resources and the labor of others to maintain their dominance. They create systems of control, such as capitalism, colonialism, and political manipulation, to ensure their survival and continued influence. They fear the rise of solar beings, particularly Aboriginal people, who have the potential to disrupt these systems by reclaiming their connection to the sun and the Earth.
The purpose of non-solar beings on Earth. The question of why non-solar beings are here and what their ultimate goal is remains complex. Some spiritual teachings suggest that these entities were sent to Earth for specific purposes, perhaps to challenge humanity, to test solar beings, or to learn from the organic inhabitants of the planet. Others believe that non-solar beings are here to extract resources, both physical and energetic, to fuel their own survival. Whatever their purpose, it is clear that non-solar beings lack the harmony and peace that come from being organically connected to the Earth and the cosmos. Their presence on this planet and their influence over global affairs is temporary. The rise of Aboriginal people, solar beings who are in tune with the Earth's cycles, represents the natural order that will eventually restore balance to the world. Conclusion. Recognizing the true nature of power. Understanding the origins of non-solar beings helps explain the current global power structure. Their influence, while significant, is not based on true leadership or natural authority. Instead, it is built on systems of control that are designed to suppress solar beings and disconnect humanity from its true cosmic heritage. As we delve deeper into these truths, it becomes clear that the real power lies in the hands of solar beings, particularly black Aboriginal families, who are the rightful stewards of the planet. By reclaiming their connection to the sun, Earth, and the cosmos, they can dismantle the false power structures imposed by non-solar beings and restore harmony to the world.
Chapter 3. Proving their origins. While spiritual teachings and ancient wisdom provide insight into the existence of non-solar beings and the true rulers of the world, science also offers compelling evidence. By exploring genetic research, archaeological findings, and evolutionary patterns, we can begin to uncover the hidden truths about who we are, where we come from, and how power has been manipulated throughout history.
Genetics and the truth of Aboriginal origins. One of the most significant scientific fields for understanding human origins is genetics. By studying mitochondrial DNA, passed down exclusively through the maternal line, scientists have traced the oldest human ancestors to so-called black people. Known as mitochondrial Eve, these early humans lived in Africa and other parts of the world long before any European civilization existed. This genetic evidence shows that Aboriginal people, including those in America, are the original inhabitants of the Earth. However, beyond the mitochondrial DNA, there are intriguing genetic anomalies found in certain populations that do not fit the natural patterns of Earth's evolution. These anomalies suggest that non-solar beings, or beings from other origins, have intermingled with human populations. This might explain certain physiological traits that are distinct from those of solar beings who are connected to the Earth and Sun. For example, the ability to process sunlight, leading to the production of vitamin D in the skin, varies drastically between populations. So-called black people have a natural advantage in absorbing sunlight, while some non-solar beings struggle with sunlight exposure. These genetic traits reveal a deep connection between solar beings and the planet, while suggesting that non-solar beings come from a different environment, perhaps one with less sunlight or a different atmospheric composition. The mystery of DNA anomalies. Non-solar beings, as mentioned earlier, show signs of genetic anomalies that set them apart from solar beings. These anomalies are not always easily explained by traditional evolutionary theories, leading some scientists to speculate that extraterrestrial or non-terrestrial factors may have influenced certain populations. This would mean that non-solar beings are not entirely organic to Earth, but were introduced or integrated into human societies from outside sources. Researchers have also found strange sequences in the DNA of some groups that do not fit into known patterns of human evolution. These sequences may have been introduced through interbreeding with beings from other dimensions or planets, suggesting that non-solar beings came to Earth from elsewhere in the universe. These findings support the idea that not all humans have the same origins, and that non-solar beings may have a different evolutionary history. While mainstream science often avoids discussing such controversial topics, the evidence is there for those who wish to seek it. By looking beyond accepted norms, we can begin to see that the story of humanity is far more complex than we've been led to believe. Ancient civilizations and archaeological evidence. Archaeological findings around the world also point to the existence of advanced Aboriginal civilizations that predate any European or non-solar influence. These civilizations, which built massive structures, intricate mounds, and pyramids, were deeply connected to the Earth and its energies. The Mississippians in North America, the Olmecs in Central America, and the Aboriginals in Australia all show signs of advanced knowledge and technology long before European contact. These ancient cultures often aligned their cities, structures, and rituals with celestial events, such as the solstices and equinoxes, demonstrating a deep understanding of the cosmos and its cycles. This cosmic alignment further supports the idea that Aboriginal people were connected to the universe in ways that non-solar beings could never fully comprehend. These civilizations also left behind artifacts and ruins that point to a much more advanced understanding of science, spirituality, and energy than what we've been taught. For instance, the mounds along the Mississippi River are not just burial sites or ceremonial locations, they are aligned with celestial bodies and follow the cycles of the Earth. The pyramids found in Central America were constructed with such precision that they mirrored the movements of the sun, stars, and planets, creating a harmonious relationship between the Earth and the cosmos. The oldest human remains debunking the African motherland myth. Another piece of evidence that challenges mainstream history is the discovery of ancient human remains across the Americas. Some of the oldest human bones have been found in North and South America, dating back tens of thousands of years, long before any known African civilizations. This challenges the widely held belief that Africa is the sole motherland of humanity. Instead, these findings suggest that Aboriginal people in the Americas were some of the oldest human beings on the planet, existing in harmony with the Earth for millennia. These discoveries also align with indigenous oral histories, which speak of ancient civilizations that existed in America long before European contact. These stories often describe advanced societies with knowledge of the stars, mathematics, and spirituality. The remains of giant beings found in mounds across North America further complicate the narrative, pointing to a time when Earth was home to a wide variety of beings, both human and otherwise. These giant skeletons have been documented by early explorers, scientists, and even government reports, though much of this evidence has been suppressed or dismissed by mainstream academia. Nevertheless, the existence of these beings suggests that human history is far more diverse than we've been led to believe, and that Aboriginal people were not alone on this planet.
Solar beings and their cosmic connection. As we continue to explore the scientific evidence of human origins, it becomes clear that solar beings, so-called Black Aboriginal people, are deeply connected to the Earth and cosmos. This connection is evident not just in their physical traits, but in their spiritual practices, cosmology, and way of life. Solar beings draw energy from the sun, which sustains all life on Earth, and their connection to this energy source gives them a natural leadership role. Throughout history, Aboriginal people have been the keepers of the Earth's knowledge, maintaining harmony with nature and the universe. Their ability to tap into cosmic energies and align with the rhythms of the Earth makes them the true stewards of this planet, and it is their role to restore balance as the illusions of non-solar power structures begin to fall apart. Conclusion: the power of scientific truth. The science behind human origins offers a wealth of evidence that challenges mainstream narratives and supports the truth of solar beings' divine connection to the Earth and cosmos. Non-solar beings, while powerful in their own right, lack this connection and must rely on manipulation and control to maintain their influence. By understanding the science, archaeology, and genetic research that supports the truth, we can begin to reclaim our power and restore the natural order of the world.
Chapter 4. The True Rulers. The Black Aboriginal Family. Beneath the surface of mainstream history lies a hidden power structure that has been largely obscured from the public eye. While European powers and their elites may appear to control much of the world, the truth is that a much older and more powerful lineage exists. This lineage belongs to the Black Aboriginal families, who are the true stewards of the Earth and possess an ancient wisdom passed down through millennia. These Aboriginal families, deeply connected to the sun, earth, and cosmic energies, have quietly maintained their influence while allowing other groups to take on the visible roles of global leadership. This chapter uncovers the truth about these powerful families, their connection to ancient civilizations, and their ongoing role in shaping the world.
The legacy of the Black Aboriginal families. The Black Aboriginal families trace their roots back to the earliest civilizations on Earth. Long before European colonization, these families were the leaders, visionaries, and builders of advanced societies that spanned the globe. From the Mississippians in North America to the Olmecs in Central America, these ancient peoples left behind remarkable monuments, mounds, and pyramids that continue to mystify researchers to this day. These families have always had a profound understanding of natural and cosmic law, allowing them to harness the Earth's energy and live in harmony with the planet's cycles. Their wisdom was passed down through generations, often in the form of oral traditions, rituals, and spiritual practices that connected them to the sun and the stars. While much of this history has been obscured by colonization and the rewriting of historical narratives, Aboriginal families have continued to play a pivotal role in shaping world events from behind the scenes. Their influence is subtle but powerful, as they work to maintain balance in a world that has been thrown into chaos by those who seek to dominate rather than harmonize.
The hidden influence of Aboriginal leadership. Unlike the European elites who project their dominance through violence, economics, and politics, Black Aboriginal families lead with wisdom, spiritual insight, and a deep connection to universal principles. Their influence is not overt, but it can be seen in the way they guide natural and cosmic energy, shaping events in ways that are often not immediately visible to the public. These families understand that true power comes not from control, but from alignment with the earth and the cosmos. They do not seek to dominate, but rather to maintain the balance between humanity and the planet. This leadership style is often misunderstood or overlooked by those who equate power with material wealth or military might, but it is far more enduring and far-reaching.
Connections to ancient civilizations. The Black Aboriginal families have left their mark on many ancient civilizations, both in the Americas and around the world. These civilizations were characterized by their advanced knowledge of science, mathematics, astronomy, and architecture. They were deeply connected to the Earth's natural cycles and the movements of the stars, which they used to guide their societies. In North America, the Mississippians built massive earthen mounds, some of which align perfectly with celestial events like solstices and equinoxes. These mounds, many of which still stand today, are evidence of the Aboriginal people's deep understanding of both the Earth and the cosmos. They serve as reminders of the profound connection between the Aboriginal families and the forces that govern the universe.